So a month ago, The Amazing Atheist made a video called Trump 2016, and I made a response to that. And I've decided to make a response to his video Clinton 2016. And I imagine my feelings on why I should make this video are a lot like his feelings about making the Clinton 2016 video. I did a video about the one side, I should do a video about the other. I'm like, well, I responded to his one video, I should respond to the other. And I'm going to say that when The Amazing Atheist started out saying that anyone who believed that he was supporting Trump with his Trump video was an idiot and didn't get the point of the video, that it was some sort of performance art, where it's a satire, he's doing a shtick, right? That's not exactly right. Poe's law was in effect, and I've recently seen Poe's law in effect myself with things that I've said. But if you just look at the comments on the Trump 2016 video that he made, it's quite obvious that many people who have very good diction and type with great, grammar, and they eloquently get their point across, many of these people thought that he was supporting Donald Trump. And he said that he was going to do the same shtick with Hillary Clinton because he did that to Donald Trump. Well, the Trump video was 3 minutes long. The Clinton video was 17 minutes long. So it wasn't the same shtick. It wasn't polished. It was long and drawn out. And part of it was kind of an apology that you didn't understand him with the Trump 2016 video. I'll take him at his word that he doesn't mean either of these videos to be a support or endorsement of either of the candidates. But that being said, I actually am in agreement with him on many of the things that he said about Clinton, good and bad, in his Clinton 2016 video. Where I depart from him is on timing. If you're, and this is for Thunderfoot in his video that came out a day later. Like when the Clinton 2016 video comes out on November 5th, and then the Thunderfoot video comes out on November 6th, a quarter of the people who are going to vote in this election have already voted, right? This is even something that could be applied to, say, James O'Keefe coming out with new videos and WikiLeaks coming out with new emails. If people don't already know where you stand, and you're sitting on something, be it an opinion or some facts that might change this election, if you wait till after early voting starts, you've waited too fucking long, right? So a quarter of the people in America had voted by the time that the Clinton 2016 video came out. So a quarter of the people who watch the Amazing Atheist channel did so thinking that the Amazing Atheist was of the burn it all down because I didn't get my way with Bernie Sanders, so let's just vote Donald Trump, and I can dig it. That was what he said at the end of his Trump 2016 video. I can dig it. And then we learn in the Clinton 2016, with the breaking of the fourth wall and the aside from the shtick, that this is just shtick. He's just doing a presentation. He's just entertaining. And so, yeah, too late. It maybe at least it was 3 days before the election, and maybe it reached those 75% of people that are going to vote on election day. But the 25% of early voters, the fervent ones, the ones who wanted to make sure that they got it done, the ones who like to Instagram themselves with their ballot or film themselves on the way, they've already voted. and they on their way to voting had one idea in their head from the people that they respect and watch every day, and at the last minute, a couple of people they think that they can change their position, or let their position be known, or come out with some new information that they've been sitting on, or if you haven't done it by the start of early voting, then you have missed so many voters, a quarter of the voters, and that is enough to swing an election. So that's the main thing that I disagree with the Amazing Atheist on. I see that by his tone of voice when he says that he doesn't want to go down as being the person who supported Donald Trump, I could hear it that he really wanted to put it out there, but in my opinion, it was too late. And I understand how you can have deadlights for yourself, and those deadlines can just find a way of getting pushed back to the point of your message losing impact because you didn't strike when the iron was hot. I understand. I've got a life outside of YouTube, and I've missed the most impactful time to make a statement many times, and sometimes I even give video ideas to other YouTubers because I just don't have the time to pull it off. One other thing about the Amazing Atheist video that I liked was when he compared Donald Trump being a con man to his father being a con man. I liked that because having watched the documentaries on the Amazing Atheist years ago, the story of the Amazing Atheist's father never came up, and watching TJ eulogize his father as a human being aside from the scandal of the fake university, or I've seen how people can process loss in their lives and whatnot, but I was always looking for, is this story going to get told? Because from TJ's perspective, the story of how the son of a con man running a university that's fake and has some faith based aspects to it, the son of that becoming YouTube's biggest atheist, that is a fucking story, right? And TJ's got the best perspective to tell it, but he hasn't told it in that most engaging narrative. And I've been waiting, and I feel like TJ acknowledging that he knows what a con man looks like because his dad was one, I felt like that was a step in that direction. And maybe one day we'll get this feature of TJ telling that story of the juxtaposition of having those two things happening in the same family. Maybe. So please, it's election day if you're watching this on the day I put it out. So if you haven't voted, vote. And I know it's too late for many of you who've already started your day, and if you're like me, you work a shift that it would be very hard to fit it in your day if you haven't already planned it. So this vote is the too late to make an impact, but I'm going to tell you, vote anyway. Vote. Vote, vote, vote.